how disappointing. Alberta's Teachers Union is inviting one of the most radical anti-Alberta, anti-oil activists to come and speak to an upcoming Alberta Teachers Association convention. Tzeporah Berman, who has been leading a 10-year-long campaign against Alberta's oil and gas industry, who used to tell lies about Alberta's ethical energy production as a paid Greenpeace activist, who has called our oil sands, quotes, Mordor, which means another word for hell, who has been involved in promoting illegal protests of the Kinder Morgan pipeline, and who cheers on those breaking the law in order to bottleneck Alberta's resources and kill Alberta jobs. And yet the Alberta Teachers Association, a group whose ultimately resources come from taxpayers, teaching Alberta kids, is bringing in this person who doesn't even pretend to be balanced about our energy industry, who is doing everything she can to kill the jobs of the parents of hundreds of thousands of students taught by those teachers, and to destroy the tax base of this province, which helps us to finance our education system. I guess we shouldn't be surprised. After all, the Alberta Teachers Association last year paid up to $60,000 to bring in anti-Alberta activist David Suzuki. They paid him, of course he flew in first class to come and tell the Teachers Convention why we should shut down Alberta's largest industry, put hundreds of thousands of Albertans out of work, kill thousands of Alberta businesses. And Tzeporah Berman and David Suzuki, who are getting paid massive fees by the Teachers Union, don't do anything to campaign against OPEC oil. I call them the OPEC fan club. They want to shut down the third largest energy reserves in the world here in Canada, in Alberta, produced at the world's highest ethical human rights and labor standards, while allowing the world's worst regimes to dominate global energy markets, from Iran that stones gay men, to Saudi Arabia that treats women like property and not people, to the socialist dictatorship in Venezuela, to Vladimir Putin's Russia. None of them would ever see David Suzuki or Tzeporah Berman invited in by their teachers union to argue against their wealth-creating energy industries. And yet we're doing this here in Alberta. Folks, this further underscores the concern of so many parents and teachers who approach me about anti-energy politics making its way into our classrooms. That's why if we elect a united Conservative government, we will do everything we can to ensure balance and objectivity in our education system instead of ideology and dogma.